Welcome, welcome. Many of you have asked me questions about our trip to Milan last year, and then of course this year wanted to know more about it. So I thought I'd put together a little video and tell you a little picture video and tell you a little bit about our trip. I think it's just a fabulous little short, quick, wonderful little trip. And so here are some pictures, and I hope you enjoy. Just before we landed in Milan, what I didn't realize is that most flights go right over the Swiss Alps, and so the pilot made aware that we were going over the Swiss Alps, and I just had to take a picture because I didn't realize the proximity of the Swiss Alps to Milan. Now I'll forever remember. So we started off day one, and we went to Lake Como. Lake Como, if you know or may not know, is one of the largest silk mills in the world now. And so I took him to a factory where the silk was being printed, and you can see here, this is a machine where the silk is actually printed on. Following that, right around over the hill, kind of, is Lake Como, the town of Bellagio. It looks over Lake Como, but the town itself is named Bellagio. We went to a gentleman, Pierangelo, who is a very long-time Italian famous designer who designs scarves like the one I have on. And we'll tell you more about that a little bit later, but he actually designs the prints the silks, creates the scarves, everything from start to finish. And he has a store there in Bellagio, and I wanted to take the ladies and let them meet him and see that store, and so we did it. After that, we went to a restaurant that was overlooking Lake Como. Absolutely stunning view. The weather was perfect, beautiful, and so we sat at this restaurant overlooking Lake Como. The next day we took a bullet train down to Florence. Florence is world-renowned for leather, and so the first thing we did was we went to a leather school which actually teaches young people to become artisans and actually produces products there as well for other companies. So we had an opportunity to buy leather and things that we wanted to, but mostly just to take a short, quick little tour through the school, which was fabulous. Then we went to the Statue of David by Michelangelo. Obviously world-renowned and famous, and just the background and the stories behind the music period, which was exciting to us because we had a musician with us, and we saw lots more. This picture is overlooking Florence. It's a beautiful town. I don't have a picture of the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. We walked across. That was the only bridge that was left after World War II. The Germans had bombed most of the bridges so that they couldn't get out of the city. But this Ponte Vecchio Bridge survived that, and it's beautiful. And you know, it's just very historic, and it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's impossible to not be touched by the history and the sentiments of what's gone on. There's a wonderful famous store in Florence that we went to that had Laura Piana fabric at $800 a yard. It was just, they're not only a mill, they're a manufacturer. They're kind of all in one. They're world renowned. They make dresses for queens and princesses, and they actually showed us a dress that was going out. We're not allowed to take pictures, and we weren't allowed to say who it was. Anyway, it's being delivered to a princess. So it's just fun to see the background of it all, the background story of all of it. We took a bullet train then back to Milan and had a wonderful dinner. The next day, it was Fashion Week in Milan, and so I wanted to take advantage of it, and we went to a fashion show. Pierangelo was doing a fashion show, and he allowed us to come. They're very hard to get into, but he allowed all of us to come in and watch that, so you can see the number of ladies that were in that. After that, we did a lot in between. I just want to give the highlights. We went to a cooking class. Where a better place to learn than in Milan, Italy. We went to a 5-star restaurant, and the chefs took the time out to show us a cooking class of their pasta and some other things. So those are the pictures that we saw. So I wanted to kind of wrap this up and let you know that Pierangelo, I asked him if I could share his beautiful talent with the rest of the world and kind of how he wears this. And while I'm not willing to give out measurements of this, that would be a little bit too much in violation, he did send this video about how to wear this long poncho, and there's lots of different ways to wear it, and it's just a great, beautiful piece, and it's flattering and it's fun, and hopefully you enjoy. And then also I just wanted to announce that we are doing a Paris, London. So 2 days in Paris. We'll take the bullet train to London. It's called the Echo. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll take the bullet train to London for a day. There's some fabric stores over there we must get to. And then we'll come back to Paris. and that will be in November of this year. So hopefully it's just a trip of a lifetime to take it with a group of women who love to sew. We just had a wonderful time. I feel like we made lifelong friends, and hope to see you along for one of the rides. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.